Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. Today I'm going to be showing you a Dutch pour done on four 6-inch by 6-inch canvases. There's a fun little trick I'm going to show you with how to blow out your paint so that you can arrange them later on to create a pattern. As always, the paint brands and mixing info will be in the video description. Let's get started. So I've laid down my base coat of white. I like to spread my base coats out with the hairdryer. I find it gives me a nice thin even layer to start working on. Then, just a little bit off center towards one corner, I'm starting by adding a puddle of turquoise, gold, violet, and just a small amount of black that I like to spread out across the surface of the puddle. Now I'm going to be flooding around the whole exterior of the puddle with white, like you normally would. But where things are going to get a little bit different here is rather than blowing my white over the surface of my puddle before I blow it out, I'm actually just going to blow in one direction towards one corner, the corner which is farthest away from where you placed your puddle. And that's going to help you keep a nice, consistent looking blowout across all of your canvases. We're going to do that for each one. Now, I've hit the surface with my torch. I find I get a lot of air bubbles when I'm using glue as an additive. You're probably also noticing that I got a really strong cell reaction when I hit it there. I think that's also to do with using the Elmers Glue-all at really thin consistencies, but I don't know. You guys can let me know if you've noticed the same effect. So I've started blowing out the second side. Usually I prefer to do this by mouth, but I didn't want to subject you guys to having to see my face mere inches from the camera lens. So at this point I'm starting with a straw, and I am going to blow it out a little bit with my mouth as well, but I'm mostly going to do that off camera. On to the next two canvases. We're going to do the exact same thing, starting a puddle a little bit offset, closer to one corner. And you're noticing probably also that the puddle that I'm making on these small canvases is quite large. I, from personal experience, find that using quite a generous amount of paint with the Dutch pour works out better for me. I'm also making sure that when I'm blowing them out, I'm keeping my hair dryer on low. On a small canvas, if you're using any setting higher than that, it can be really easy to blow your paint out too much or entirely off the canvas. I also like to work with my paint pretty thin in general for Dutch pours, so a good way to tell if you've got your paint thin enough would actually be that if you can't blow your paint with your hair dryer on the lowest setting, then your paint is probably too thick. Or you haven't flooded with enough of your base color. You need lots of that base color down for your puddle colors to flow over top of to give you a nice, beautiful Dutch pour. As I'm doing my blowouts, I'm not trying to cover the entire canvas. I'm being mindful to keep my composition flowing from one corner diagonally to the other corner. That's going to help you to be able to keep your panels, again, looking uniform, and so that later you can arrange them to create a pattern and they'll all come together to create one beautiful cohesive piece of artwork. If you try painting like this at home, I'd recommend that you do all four puddles and all four blowouts at the same time. Because I was filming this, I was trying to decide which way would work best for showing you guys with camera angles and things like that. But yes, if you're working on it and not worrying about filming, then you're probably best off to do them all at once. That way you can be working at everything at the same time, making sure all 4 of them are looking uniform and turning out the way that you want. And on to the final canvas. And everything's going to be just the same as the 3 canvases that we did previously. You don't need to worry about which corner you're blowing your paint towards, as long as you're keeping it diagonal, keeping your composition from corner to corner and leaving 2 corners open. You're going to be able to arrange it however you want later. Now I'm working on all 4 canvases using a combination of the straw and blowing out by mouth to get the composition on each canvas looking the way I like it. If there's anything in the video that I forgot to explain or a question that popped into your head that I didn't answer, then please write it in the comments. I'll do my best always to answer any questions. I'm always open to suggestions, so if there are any techniques or particular skills you'd like to see demonstrated, let me know. I'd be happy to make a video. So here it is, the finished painting with all 4 canvases arranged so you can see the composition. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Please like, share, subscribe. All these things help me to keep being able to bring you these tutorials. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you for next week's video.